Hi, everybody. This is the 18th of July. Today's a Friday, and I just want to greet everybody with a little bit more light in my kitchen. I want to tell you all continue to be as beautiful as you are, good, bad, or indifferent. We all make mistakes. Mistakes, right? Not mistakes, but we do make mistakes, and any misstatements would be, forgivable, that we, can't persecute ourselves forever. And so we must, be forgiving. If we are here and we learned right from wrong, not to be insolent to anybody who did make mistakes. And I do talk about forgiveness. So me lashing out on my video the other day, it's not a white or black thing. I was downtown 59th Street by Bloomingdale's, and I was like yelling in the street to carry my voice. Not that I'm angry, it may come across that I am. I could be pissed off a little bit, frustrated with this back and forth spiel about skin being a determining factor of who we are or who we've all been. I mean, like, that's ridiculous. Skin doesn't think. The consciousness of your mind as a soul and a spirit combined in a flesh body does. And so I use the example from my hierarchy, that is hierarchy in responsibility being so ancient and not remembering that I'm giving them the tea or the spiel about them being family, that at the top everybody comes and falls down underneath us from our offsprings being made of us, either from a man or a woman's perspective as supreme parents, as in Elohim, Anunnaki. And we have whites that are family in complexion, like my mom being mixed on earth. It did not take away from who she is, as loving as life can be, and having blessed parents or not. It can't shape or mold. It can't really shape and or mold who you are. It's still at the leisure of your choices. So how you are and however you were grown would never be an excuse when you become an adult of anybody who governed or guided you to that point, that there was someone that made sure you made it to at least be an adult discerning between right from wrong. No one is born just to do wrong. It makes no sense. So that's why the ingrained habitualness of stability of an abnormness, of an abnormality, of being abnormal, of these ways and words of what causes people to be so angry at those who are simply just good. I mean, it does not respond in any feedback of that I think logically in anybody's response, that they should with willpower choose to be wrong or mad or frustrated by someone just complaining about with as much as I can do, being interrupted right now, as that's something that they want to punish me for being omnipresent, and what they've consistently showed a disdain for doing to try to fuck up my videos as I talk, to make it seem like I got to fumble on words to still stay being as good as I can ever be. So because our parents may have been fucked up, respectfully, it does not mean that we have to grow up understanding that we just don't want to be fucked ups, to make that as a crutch or an excuse to make people think that I'm to be blamed for your willpower. No. I mean, like, whatever decisions is made with free will to govern within the codes of conduct, it should never require God to send to another realm called earth, that we need as adults learning from children. We need to have all this anger behind guilt of people hating on us for their bad choices of how they think as emotional nuts. So again, this is not about skin color for that to be misconstrued, that my factual data the other day on a video about whites being the most karmic, they have to pay for that. This is judgment. It's something that they kinda was expecting as an uprised apocalyptic nature event that makes them prepare underground and start stating in songs, we're going to watch it happen, and then exclude ourselves. As selfish as that mentality is, that they exclude that they were part of the whole movement having to do with karma. They have to be held accountable for it. So me touching on it does not mean I'm a doomsday teacher. It's a courtesy message from divine messengers that come from higher realms that do exist. If Earth is like a mutt of all these different experiences of different beings that come here and violated the code of conduct, that we have to, as hierarchy, right? Hierarchy, Yep, same thing. Governance, that I don't want to fumble on words just because I'm talking and I'm tapped into them, proving it's very real in the omnipresence of not stuttering. I mean, like I can speak as fast as I want. I told them in here, outside of this voice recording that I'm doing as a video, that these motherfuckers just are so bitter. It comes across as so immature to try to interrupt what I'm saying, that I can actually speak fast without having to fumble on words, as I'm doing right now. So when they stop and they fall back, I'm able to do it as fast as I can without having to keep stopping and saying over and over. I don't have a speech impediment to correct them to stop interrupting me. That's the anger. That if I don't know them personally from them living their own lives and I woke up to tap into their mind, game over. So I'm a jinn, meaning a genie. That's what jinn means, a magical diamond. Right, replace the E in demon and add a D. It means diamond, shiny one, because demons are not meant to be desecrated by a side of us that is mentally off. So you have two sides of the coin. One that fights basically evil, that you have to understand to catch a killer, in that synopsis of that wisdom. In order to catch a killer, you may have to become one, right, in order to catch them, but you have to also first understand the logic behind it to become able to see from the mind's mentality in how to maneuver witnessing or studying their algorithms or their behaviors in order to catch them. So you kind of take on the mentality to catch them, to be ahead of what they're able to do in light of making them prevented from doing it by predicting their next move. But that does not mean that if you get too close, they're not going to try to kill you. So it's either kill or be killed. But I love you all. Listen, anger is subjectified as Javon Cross. One of my sons, honestly, as I remember who my children are, a lot of them on these videos came from my literal womb, since we are ancient beings and they may not remember, as a protection in this earth school. So those of us who are protected, that's a guarantee. I mean, like, as big as the planet is, and we are in these little vessels or bodies that we operate as functioning only because our spiritual essence, as we state, we are human beings, more than that, angelic, that woke up, and supreme beings at that, in the logic and reasoning behind the separation of how we think compared to everyone native that have been down here for so long, 144,000 of us, that separation in any comparison speaks volumes about us not thinking like those we came to save and wake up from, us being highest examples of the Most High. Not to misconstrue that this is some fight about who thinks better than who. Facts are facts. Truth is truth, and it does not require, and it did not ever require, any emotional resin of any responses of anger or hate or envy or jealousy, because we're that good. We're the bestest. Yep, that's why God chose us. But anyway, enjoy your day, everybody. Real customized experiences that are divinely ordered as my chosen, that I know for a fact are chosen, are not to be persecuted for righteousness' sake, because it triggers instant karmic debt. Have a very blessed day.